Following video was shared by two young men from Aguascalientes, Mexico, who were on their way back home after a gathering around 2:30 a.m. They drove past a supposedly haunted stretch of land, on which ironically a kindergarten was built a few years ago. What really caught their attention was a set of swings, on which a young girl could be seen, which is quite baffling, since this part of town wasn't known to be the safest, and the girl alone that late at night. Pretty strange.
Oigan, ahí está el columpio. Escuchen el columpio. Escúchenlo. Ya te tocó, ¿verdad? No, si le da madre ese güey. Vean. No seas mamón, no, puerco. Le da madres, güey. No se anda como. ¡No, güey!
What makes all of that even stranger is that another video surfaced, which was recorded by a young man with the name Alfonso Lopez, unrelated to the first video we saw. He as well heard about the creepy ghost story of a girl that seemed to be haunting the very grounds of this area. He was also on his way home that night.
A la niña del columpio. Vamos a ver si es cierto. Aquí a la derecha, güey. Aquí a la derecha, güey. No mames, el pinche columpio, güey. Párate, güey, no mames, mira. Güey, y son los dos, güey. No mames, güey. ¿Neta? ¿Me acerco, güey? Sí.
Come to find out, neighbors in the area were telling stories about an unfortunate accident that had occurred at the scene, in which a young girl named Mariana was involved in a fatal accident after leaving the kindergarten one day.
Perdió el foco, güey. Perdió el foco esta madre, güey. Güey, perdió el foco esta madre, güey.
Ever since, several people speak of that young girl that can be seen close to the swing set at night. And maybe these drivers have captured proof that this tale might actually be true.
No hay
The following has been shared by April Crisanto to a paranormal Facebook group. She states, "This happened during Zoom training. We were just talking about random topics until it led to paranormal encounters and experiences. That's when one of the trainees shared that he's residing at this haunted apartment for 7 years now, and he said that an apparition of a child and woman can be seen there, paranormal activities like doors shutting, and anyone who sleeps there would get nightmares of a child sitting on their chest and loud knocks on their concrete walls." Now, let's see what happened during this Zoom meeting.
Appeal po na i-take nila. So guys, it's already 12 p.m. You may join Vince sa Google Meet na link sa calendar invite and yawa sa to putain na. Hoy, age. Ako'y nakita sa likod mo. Ayan na lang. Dito sa pikas.
Asa?
Na ako'y nakita.
Oh man. Wait
Dira,
lang, di ba?
dira. Nitindog yun akong balahibo. Dira. Nanapoy ni, I don't know kung ni Agi or kamot or legs. Marag ni gitaas. Or nai ni Agi. Marag nai ni Ana ni Tindog. Kadali, I don't know. Sorry, naka-curse jud ko kay nakuratan ko. Anyway, unya na lang. Tanahan na to ang video niya. So, sige guys, you may join Vince. He's waiting. So, 1 o'clock will be your lunch break, okay?
We can clearly see some inexplicable activity unfold right behind the man, and apparently without him noticing at all. His colleagues believe to have seen arms, legs, or perhaps a person. So, could this be the paranormal entities that are said to be dwelling in his home? Voice Evil has uploaded the following video. He wrote that a buddy's grandfather of his had died recently and that they were cleaning out his old shed. A friend of his buddy's took over the house, but unfortunately had to leave the place after a few days due to scary poltergeist activity. One evening they heard some strange noises from the shed, and the uploader stated that he wanted to record what was actually going on the property. This was his recording. We see a black object that is being thrown. But what was it? And who was that? Was it the doing of a spirit, perhaps? The grandfather of his buddy? Let me know what you guys think. Stephanie1228 has shared the following TikTok. In the clip, we learn that her beloved Rottweiler unfortunately had passed away 3 months ago. Losing your pet is always a very sad experience for the owners. But in this case, Stephanie believes that the spirit of her dog still visits her once in a while, and her CCTV camera apparently could capture him romping around on her property. See it? Could this be legit? If it isn't a bug on the lens or another weird anomaly, maybe her dog's spirit is reliving some nice memories from the past. This man decided to record his new dog while he was off for the night to make sure that doggy didn't mess up his apartment. And at a later point, the dog seems to get scared a little bit, as if there is somebody with him in the room that he doesn't like or know. Then the camera falls over and we can see something really weird that looks like a person, but not really. Is it an intruder or something paranormal? Now we're looking at a video recorded by Corey333, who shared this clip on Reddit. He believes that he might have recorded the spirit of his deceased pet following his cat into a room. His post reads, "This is a video from my camera in my house. I used it to see what my cat gets up to when I'm gone. You can see my cat go upstairs, and soon after, something follows him. He's the only animal in the house. We used to have a small dog, but he passed away 4 years ago. Let's take a look." And then the recording ends. So, what was going on here? You can clearly see the cat go upstairs, and then there appears to be a blurry shadow following her. Can we believe the reports that this might even be the spirit of their deceased dog? It is likely. Or is this just a bug? Or maybe some dust in the room? Let me hear your explanation. The next video comes to us from the channel Mystic Ghost. Mystic Ghost is a team of paranormal researchers based in Texas. They write that their mission is to seek out allegedly haunted locations, authenticate evidence of the paranormal, research all paranormal stories, and conduct scientific methods, plus metaphysical approaches during investigations. But actually, what makes this sighting so different is that it was captured in one of the investigators' own homes. When the resident received a motion alert from their dining room security camera, they were truly shocked at the capture. A chair is seen sliding from the dining table, pulled by an unseen force. To make things even more unsettling, look out the window on the left. Something can be seen moving rapidly outside the window. It's hard to make out the shape of the figure. It is all black and moving sporadically before disappearing again once the chair is pushed back into its original position. Do you believe the shadow in the window and the chair moving are connected? Or just a strange coincidence? Is it possible that the entity was trying to get the attention of someone inside the house? Let me know your thoughts on this one. This clip was uploaded by Jose Maria, who supposedly loves to go on hikes and caving adventures with a friend of his. This night, they were just on their way home from another caving trip. So, while this was not technically captured inside the cave, it was still in pretty close vicinity to the cave. The area around is said to be haunted since the dawn of time, and the young man's helm camera might have captured a glimpse of that. Whatever they captured here seems to be of pretty small stature and was perhaps wearing a black dress. Pretty strange, isn't it? Also, something seems to be wrong with this thing's face, and it does look like straight out of a nightmare. They have no explanation of what that could have been, other than one of the lost souls which are said to roam this area. Perhaps. Next, we look at another CCTV recording that was captured by David Lacroix. He sent me a message on Facebook and told me that a ghost, apparently, had been caught in an adult store. It is unfortunately unknown if it was himself or friends that had recorded it at the time. Yet, all of them seem to see it on the CCTV recording when watching it together a bit later. Let's see.
Hold on, I have to go all the way to the beginning.
At least I'll get the beginning.
I get jumps. How come their activity is space? Do you see this?
How it's that space, huh?
There's your...
There it goes.
Right there.
There it goes. But we saw it slowly move to the silicone.
So it went over here, it went over there, and then it went this way.
Yeah.
But on here...
Moth or bug or something. But it's huge, though. Take the flash off. Yeah, it's right there. Oh my god, it's a blur.
There, it's moving.
It's moving that way. And it's black. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I saw that!
It flew to the corner.
And Jack over the corner!
Oh my god.
I have it on tape.
So, what's going on here? It's a pretty small object that appears on camera and is almost semi-transparent. It could be a bug, like one of the ladies has pointed out. But how did they notice it in the store then, at the time? Maybe a light anomaly? Hard to say. This video was uploaded by Diego's Bikers. Diego has long suspected that his apartment was haunted and actually had caught a few paranormal sightings in the past. You might remember the haunted children's tent. It was not odd for things to move on their own in his home, and for strange sounds to be heard when nobody else was supposed to be home. In particular, it seemed whatever spirit was living in Diego's home had a great interest in children's toys, leading him to believe the spirits of a young kid might be haunting the apartment. One afternoon, Diego had a friend over, and they were just hanging out in the living room when they captured the following.
¿Es el cuarto?
Sí, hágale. ¡Uy, marica, venga! ¡Ñero, rápido! ¡Uy, no! ¡Marica! ¡Perro, lo grabé, ñero, venga!
The hand of a young child can be seen, reaching out from the TV stand and starts slowly opening the cabinet, but the hand is quickly retracted when Diego starts running towards it. He opens the cabinet, but the entity is nowhere to be seen, and the decorations of the shelves of the TV stands are seen undisturbed. Some viewers have wondered if this could possibly be a child who's traveling between multiple dimensions, and others have wondered if this might not be a child, but rather a darker spirit attempting to seem friendly. What do you make of this capture? A child or something much more dangerous? This video was uploaded by Vicky Bramshaw, and the woman tells us that it stems from a holiday trip. She and two of her friends went to Ireland that year. They traveled to the St. Peter's Church, and the woman was taking photos and shot video clips in there. On one of her videos, she noticed something truly odd appearing behind one of the cell door windows.
This is the door of the cell in Newgate Prison, where St. Oliver Plunkett was in prison for 8 months.
He's a very interesting figure, because he was one of the first ecumenical Christian priests.
Was it a ghost? Vic speculated that it might have been the spirit of Oliver Plunkett who found his end at Tyburn. He was locked in this cell for over 8 months. Could it be so? It does look like the face of someone from another time perhaps, doesn't it? How eerie.
Now, the next video was shared by Donny Drunkard. It's a YouTube channel which is owned by Mark, and he's one of people that I totally believe to be living in a haunted place. And this is apparently one of his latest investigations, and he says that he caught an actual spirit down in his basement. Can't wait to see that. So this happened during a live stream, which makes it even better, I feel, you know. Always harder to fake if you want to fake it. So this is the dark hallway in his basement that some of you may be familiar with. It's where he stores all the booze. The bottle position in front of the bucket, eh? Referring to that one? Alright.
Camera can't stay focused. There's presence in the hallway.
So somebody threw that bottle.
Camera can't stay focused.
Or it fell, yeah. There it is. And there we have it, guys. So this thing always pops up at the end of this hallway. It's really interesting. I don't know. That is a demon?
It's here. Like I said, I felt like somebody is out there in the hallway.
Yeah.
And clearly there's... surrounds this. The blood of Jesus Christ.
Oh, is there something in the distance? Something light? Like, hard to see.
Surrounds this.
Look like here. Well, I feel there's something. Let's take a look at the brightened up version. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, look at that. It's like a torso walking. Wow, that is creepy. Look at that. At the time that thing is present down here, there seems to be something manifesting out of the wall. And I don't know if it's just small or if we only can see its upper torso. And there's no legs. But there's clearly something walking. I actually believe that's one of the best sightings that Mark has come up with over the years. I've never seen that thing before.